Hello and welcome to my show. Today is the Casual Engineer's chance to have a look at something that was done a little while ago. Oh, I've got a bad bit rate, so pardon me if I start to jerk around a bit. And there's another flat earther out there who just seems to be crying a little bit because someone mentioned the word flat earth when they were talking about him. Some of you already know who I'm talking about. Tom and Dan's just had a chat about him, and I gotta tell you, it's a bit of a weird one. Any case, let's go and have a look at our good friend, Level Earth Observer. And here he is having a go at Creaky. Or, I don't know, some things or something or another.
I know. He's so bad, so dishonest, so useless. Lies all the time to his viewers, either verbally or visually. Even
Well, that's an interesting observation, Leo, but I've got a question for you. In what way has Creaky ever been lying to you or dishonest? I'm going to tell you that I don't know Creaky personally, but I have interacted with him. We've had little chats and laughs about a few things. He doesn't strike me as being someone who would be dishonest with us. I just got asked to share a link. Give me a second while I get distracted.
the average Joe in the street now has cottoned on to this guy. And he's highlighting the fact this guy's a liar, a con man, misrepresents people. We've highlighted him before. We're going to continue highlighting this fraudster until someone on the globe side calls him out.
And at this moment, I'm getting the impression that Level Earth Observer, who likes to be called a DEMONstable REAList, has suddenly decided to shed a tear or two, and now they're getting in his mouth, and this is what comes out of his mouth next.
Yet there's many people that believe a flat earth, but none of those people believe what you link to the words flat earth. Ridiculous maps, models, straw men, propaganda, lies and misrepresentations. None of them. We're no doubt going to see some more propaganda linked to the words flat earth as you con your viewers and misrepresent people like myself.
Interesting. So, with no proof, you're saying things about the Earth that really aren't accurate. I've worked in electronics for years. You can see the schematic running past me just there. That's a piece of kit I used to work on. I had to stick my hands in things that could kill me, and by the sound of things, you've never worked on something that can kill you, mate. Leo, your crane could kill you, but you just haven't done the wrong thing with it yet. This is a bit sad because I'm not hearing what you really are saying, other than the fact that it sounds like the tears have come off your eyes, gone to your mouth, and you're spitting these words out just so you feel better.
I'm a demonstrable realist. The reason I go that way now is because of dishonest individuals.
Let me get this straight. You think that demonstrable realist was the direction to go in because flat earthers were dishonest. And then you go on spouting Dubai, for example. I can't imagine how you could have watched Dubai. I think I got about 3 minutes into his 200 reasons and I just went, meltdown. Seriously, Leo, you need to find something better to do than just have a crack at people because they mention flat earth and they mention you. From where I'm sitting,
like you, sunshine.
It just feels like, I don't know. Oh, here it is. Yes, the sunset one. Yep.
It becomes quite obvious you're looking at a smaller local light.
Now, what on earth makes it obvious when you put all this together? It's just a statement. We can see some crepuscular rays. We can see sunlight up here. We're not quite there yet. We won't have a belt of Venus, so we won't see a bit of a shadow. But that sun looks an awful lot like it's starting to disappear behind an horizon. And I'm not basing this on just my say-so. I put a telephoto lens onto the sun after being under a total eclipse and watched the sun go all the way back down. And I got this picture of a tiny corner of the sun with the moon still on it, and I've got this tiny yellow speck left of the sun. And there's no way that we could be on a flat Earth. For something to shrink down to probably 10% or less of its original size, and then as it goes over the horizon, you can really see this happening. You actually see it happening, and these guys go, no, don't believe you. In any case, let's keep going.
There's 93 million miles away, shining light through the vacuum of space. Because if that was the case, every morning and every night would be an incredible, spectacular light show. But it's not. Well, it is beautiful anyway, but not in the sense that the globe Earth theory.
Well, I think this man needs to get outside a bit more often. There's a guy in Western Australia who, at a very young age, ended up over in a place called, it was not Port Hedland, it was another place, and this guy absolutely worked out what was going on his own. He doesn't have a degree, has no general education other than self-educated. This guy has said, I went to sleep looking at the stars, and I wake up looking at the stars before the sun came up, and he realized that the stars had moved. And he started thinking, why does that happen? That's actually really good. If somebody does that kind of thing, you actually see a big difference in the way they think about things. And all the guy was doing was lying in a swag in the bush looking at the sky. That was enough for him to feel like, yeah, something's going on here. Eventually, he got into astronomy. He started looking at this sort of stuff, and he has been on stage with Brian Cox, and he's described how he worked it all out. No computers, no fancy equipment, no NASA, and he still worked it out. But back to Leo.
If that was real.
Back to you, Leo. You are still...
Mate. Hate to break it to you, propagandists.
Oh, those are definitely tears. And Leo, I've only got one thing to say when I hear people do that. Leo, you have to realise that shedding tears is not a shameful thing. It's good you're letting all this out, but there's one thing you've forgotten. You need to dry your eyes, princess. Just because someone mentions the word flat earther doesn't mean you've got the right to start having a go. This is Australia saying, up yours, mate. See you later.